This is Dr. Jeff Davis, President of Lordship Investments and Director of New Way Community Development, coming to you today with 5 minutes to live by. In this program, we talk about a variety of different subjects. We look at Christianity, business, insurance, sales, finance, marriages, families. Today, we're going to be coming out of a book that I wrote called Success, A Journey to Your Final Destination. Looking at ways to become the success you envision, desire, and want to be. Today we're going to be continuing on with part two of this story, this topic. What is success, or what success is? Last time we looked at an acronym that spelled out the word success. S, see your goal. U, understand that there are obstacles. C, create a positive mental picture for yourself. C, clear your mind of self-doubt. E, embrace the challenges. S, stay on track. S, show the world you can do it. Steps to success. So now I want to build upon that and kind of give you some other pointers as you are pursuing being successful in whatever areas you desire to be a success. Now, as we've said in the past, success is basically setting goals to get to a place you want to be. Everybody has different aspirations and goals. My definition of success is different than yours, and yours is going to be different than mine. Why? Because we're two individuals moving in two different directions. We may share certain goals, but it is very unlikely that we share the same goals and to the same intensity and in the same priority, because everybody is different. So when we look at success, a couple of pointers. First of all, realize that you got to take action. You'll never do anything in this life if you don't get up and do something. Sometimes it's better to do the wrong thing than to do nothing. Because at least in doing the wrong thing, you see one way that you should not do it and you can move on. I remember hearing a story about Thomas Edison, who I guess he tried over 1,000 different ways to create the light bulb, and he kept failing and failing and failing. And when he had racked up all these failures, people began to ask him, so what are you going to do now? And he said, well, I've just discovered 1,000 ways to not do it. So now I've got room to make, more attempts. I can try different things. It's a very, very positive attitude that helps us. We need to take action. We need to get up, go out, and do. Now, granted, you want to let wisdom guide you. You hopefully will make the right decisions, because when you're taking actions and they're the right actions, the results come out right. And that's what you want. You want things to work out for you. You want to try hard. Half-hearted efforts will not make you a success. If you're going to be in the game to win. I remember watching a movie years ago. It was a kids movie, Three Ninjas, and in there, their grandfather had taught he had three grandsons, and he had taught them as boys martial arts. And one of the things that he said a few times throughout the movie was, never fight unless you're sure you can win. And you think about that in terms of life. Yes, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. There's going to be challenges, and there's going to be obstacles and things we have to face. But whatever we're dealing with, we want to try hard. Why? Because in the back of our minds, we really believe we can succeed. And we believe that we can make it. We can do something great with the rest of our lives. So not only do you want to try hard, but you want to keep practicing. Practice does not make perfect, contrary to popular opinion or things that used to be said. I remember that saying when I was growing up. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. No. Practice shows you what to do, what more you need to do, and it kind of helps you along the journey. But it's only perfect practice that will make things perfect. Meaning you got to keep trying things until you do it right. And then once you do it right, you do it over and over and over again. True success is always duplicatable, meaning that it's not a one-shot deal. It's not just something that you do that's luck or, just something good happened to you, fate. No. True success is repeatable, duplicatable, and if you are trying hard and if you are practicing correctly, you'll repeat it over and over again. Your wife likes flowers for her birthday. You get her flowers this year and she smiles. Well, what does that tell you about next year? Regardless of what else you may do, you know she likes flowers and you know that when you gave them to her before, she smiled. So next year, if you do that, she's not going to get mad and say, oh my God, you gave me flowers. Keep practicing and explore different ways. Be open to change. One of the things, sadly, one of the tragedies of getting older, and I can speak this because I'm getting older like you are too, but one of the tragedies of getting older is we become closed minded to new ways of doing things. We are so used to doing things one way, and maybe that way has worked for us, but today that way doesn't work. You have to change with the times. You have to change with the environment. You have to change with what's going on around you. I remember the days when there were no cell phones. So whenever you wanted to call somebody, you'd have to go and find a public phone, and you had to have change or something to be able to make a call, and then you had to hope the doggone phone would work. But now you go around, you can barely find a phone because everybody's got a cell phone. At first, the whole thought of the cell phone was to be able to make a call. But now the cell phone's a computer that does so many other things besides calling. So we have to be willing to make changes, make adjustments. We have to be willing to go with the flow and to explore different ways. And whatever you do it with all your might, all your heart. Give it everything you got. Do not go into life half-hearted. Do not go into life just trying to get by, doing just enough to get over. No. If you're going to do it, give it your absolute best. Be the very best at whatever you're involved in. Give it 110%. Get up, go, and make it happen. You got to learn how others have succeeded before you. If what you are looking to accomplish in your life is something that someone else has done, then that means there's a way for you to do it too. You might not be able to do it the same way they did, but you can do it. When I was young and I had first got married, my thought was, I want to have a good marriage. My parents had a good marriage. I want to have a better marriage. And one of the ways to have a better marriage is to look at people that have good marriages. Now, you can look at people with bad marriages and see things what not to do. But in my opinion, it's better to look at people with a good marriage and see what to do. You notice how they talk to each other and how they respect each other and the way that they defer to each other, the way that they protect each other, the way that they are there for each other, the way they make each other laugh. There's so many things you can learn from people who are successful. The same thing in business. You want to have a successful business, then look at someone whose business is successful. If they will, let them tell you what they do. Hopefully, they'll share some of the things that you should not do in business and help you to kind of avoid some of the pitfalls that people face when they are doing that, when they're building a business or trying to build a happy marriage. Build upon your strengths. Each and every one of us can do certain things well, but there are other things that we don't do well. So when you're trying to build your life, you're trying to set goals, you're trying to become successful, spend your time in your strengths. You can deal with weaknesses, but the way you deal with them is not the same way you deal with strengths. See, some people believe that the way to get better is to get better at what you're bad at. To learn how to become a better, like if you're playing sports, I played basketball in the early years of my life. And so if you're a good free throw shooter and someone says, yes, but you need to be a good rebounder. And so here you are floundering trying to get rebounds, but you're still a good free throw shooter. Where should you focus your attention? On free throw shooting. Because when you walk in your strengths, you will allow yourself to become confident in what you can do. When you are doing something that you were made to do, that you're gifted to do, that you're good at doing, it helps you to be able to get to that next level that you're looking to get to. So, walk in your strengths. Learn from your mistakes. In business, you play to your strengths, you staff to your weaknesses. So you have to know yourself. You have to know what you're good at, what you're bad at. Everything you're good at, you keep your hands on, you do. Or you help someone to do it, but you know you're there. You can help them to do it. But the things you're bad at, you delegate that to someone else. Let them give you a report and you move on. Don't try to be what you're not, because that's frustration. Be who you are. Be what you are. Finally, refuse to give up. Don't let anything knock you down to the point where you stay down. We all get knocked down, but we get back up. I fall down, but I get back up. I might get knocked down more than once, but all I got to do is get up one time more than I'm knocked down. If you knock me down 6 times, I'm going to get up 7. You knock me down 40 times, I'm going to get up 41. Refuse to give up. If the plan you make doesn't work, change the plan, but never the goal. You can get where you want to be if you can be flexible in the journey. Success, a journey to your final destination. You can get this book at our website, www.nwcom.org. Again, that's www.nwcom.org. Or you can go to Amazon. Look for books by Dr. Jeff Davis or Jeff Davis. Pick up a copy. Till the next time we meet, this is Dr. Jeff Davis wishing you a day filled with both success and happiness.